Yeah, we're still here.
It only took an hour this time.
Yeah, but new computer.
Yeah. Holy crap! Hope if you let us know how the mics are. I hope to God the mics are a lot better.
I know the second one they mentioned that the sound was a little.
Yeah. Damn it, Scott! Quit. Scott's nitpicking the shit out of us here.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? That'll make us better, and we're trying. We want this to be the best we can be.
Exactly. We're doing it the best with the minimal budget we have.
Yeah. Until this starts picking up better, we're gonna get better chairs, better desks, better everything. But right now, we're just partying. Kind of. Well, I'm partying.
Yeah.
I'm drinking.
Anyway, welcome back. This week's topic.
Dude, worst crashes. I want to hear the worst crashes and the fastest cars.
Okay, we're gonna talk about those two things. We're
right,
on it.
Because I got a couple in mind.
I hope you're not gonna say your Mustang's been your fastest car.
No.
Okay, thank
Nope.
you. I was gonna say,
Nope.
me and you ain't gonna be friends then.
No, I never really had anything much of the quickest. I don't know. Like I have quick stuff, but not really what I would consider fast. Like just shit fast.
You know we're gonna get lit up over this one, right?
I don't care.
We are gonna get lit up.
Let's go.
Your fastest car ran 10s?
Yeah.
Man, what?
Shit, mine fast is like 17s. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, let's hear it. What's the fastest car you've had?
Dude, I gotta go first now.
You want me to?
Oh, please.
Dude, this is gonna be so freaking boring for me this week.
All right, I'll go
Okay,
first.
no, I got this.
Okay.
So, as most of you know, right here, this is my truck, Susan. We talked about her last week about, the breakdown I had in it, breaking the flywheel. Nice.
Well, I want the guys on Podbeam to know. I'm drinking on set.
I forgot to upload the last one to Podbeam.
My bad.
Well, hey, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get you. If you guys are, my bad.
Yeah.
Anywho, and so Susan, I bought that truck bone stock.
Dude, that truck was.
I bought that truck from Hagford. It was a local trade-in.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude,
that truck broke.
That truck was the first thing. That truck made me get into diesels because that thing was like, I was like, oh shit! Like they can do this. They can do this.
If that's the case, my bad.
Yeah, I remember, dude. We're going down Georgetown Hill, like not down the hill, but we was like right towards Route 1. He was like,
yeah.
And it stood up, and I was like, I felt myself like go back to the seat. I was like, dude.
So that truck,
yes,
that truck there, I bought it bone stock. It had some issues. It needed tires. Oh well.
Yeah.
Not too long after I bought it, I ended up blowing the head gaskets on this thing. So we went ahead and did ARP studs, EGR delete, the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Back before the EPA was really cracking down on it.
Thank God.
You can't buy an EGR delete, it seems like, anymore.
At the time, thank God.
Yeah, at the time you can buy them anywhere. Hell, the dealerships were selling them because they were tired of slinging EGR coolers on everything.
I don't know that.
They don't do it no more because Ford stepped in and said, look, you
guys
guys can't be selling EGR deletes. We'll take back your franchise. So that put an end to that really quick.
Huh.
But
learn something new every day.
Yeah, Susan had a pretty basic setup in it.
I remember when you bought it.
It was quick when I bought it, but it was a turd. It was a slug.
What?
So that truck, it started at it. First winter, had it. The truck had a little misfire in the mornings. 6-liter raters, bad injectors usually. So what did I do? I started looking online. I found this company. It's called River City Diesel. I bought a set of their 190 100s and a pyrometer. I put them in.
Yeah.
I didn't know much at the time, so I put those in. I fired up. I gave it a little throttle, and just big old cloud of black smoke in the shop. Dude at the dealer I was working at the time, and I took it out the parking lot, and I just right out the parking lot. Trail black smoke, and I was like, okay, so it's hot.
Yeah.
I pegged my 2,000 degree pyrometer real quick.
Damn.
Anywho, fast forward, we go to spring, the turbo lets go on it, so upgrade to just a basic Power Max. VGT drop-in replacement upgrade. Great. Still no tuning at this time. Again, didn't know much back then. I was just getting into the stuff.
Oh, dude, we're still kids.
Yeah. Just fresh out of high school.
Oh, yeah, we weren't that
still
old.
Dumbasses.
Yeah.
Anywho, take that thing to Edgewater a few times, ran some 14s in
I
it.
remember that.
I was having fun in that truck.
Yeah.
Wasted the converter in that truck numerous times.
Yeah, that was a fun truck. That was a fun truck.
Well, finally, I got my head out of my ass. My buddy Ryan, he let me borrow his 2012 F350 wheels. We put them on there, just factory 20s, factory tires. It was a 10
I don't
spokes.
think I remember that.
I'll put a picture right here.
Okay. I
Um,
don't think I remember that one.
yeah, you weren't there that night.
Well, yeah, because there
You
for a
were there
minute
that
we
night.
quit talking. No, we didn't quit. We were still friends.
Yeah, we were
didn't see
just
each other for
busy
a
and
while.
quite-
Yeah, so
quite
I
life.
must have missed that section.
We were down there at Edgewater this night. I did some custom tunes on it. Took it down there, and I ran a 1297 and a quarter with that truck. And like I said, just that 190-100, some custom tuning from River City Diesel, and then a drop-in Power Max 4-inch turbo back exhaust. And truck ran great.
Big dog. I don't know when during that build that I rode in it, but
You rode in like closer. I was getting ready to sell it.
no.
Or were you in
think
it when
we
the truck
just
was still
got it.
maroon?
Yeah, it's still maroon.
Okay.
But I still felt like I was like, oh shit! Like
Yeah.
it held me back. I was
Well,
like,
you know, you go riding from a Dodge into that. I mean,
yeah, I was in a clapped out Dodge Dakota, V8
no.
5-speed
You-
4x4.
No,
It was clean, though.
you still had the half ton. You still had your red one
Oh, wait.
back in 2012. Is it
Oh,
that?
the Hemi.
Yeah,
The Hemi.
you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
had the Hemi.
Okay. Yeah, that was but your truck though.
But
My
that,
Hemi wouldn't move out of its own way though.
yeah, that's why you jump in a Ford. You know, something that actually moves.
Yeah, I know. I bought that one. I traded that AR-15 for that '96 F350 automatic power stroke single cab.
Oh God, I
But
remember doing the
remember
oil
that?
on that.
Yeah, me too. Remember I cut my wrist? Yeah, I don't know if you guys see it on camera, but I cut like right here. It was at his work, and
Yeah,
he was
we
like,
put
"Please
this
don't
thing up
sue
on
me." I was
the
like,
lip.
"Dude, it didn't even happen here."
I told him it was like back then. You know, you get a hold of me. And, yeah, case of beer, bring it down. We'll fix
Yeah,
it right
that's what we
here.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that was
But
great.
then your dumbass didn't bring any oil.
I don't remember that.
we had to roll up to Kennett's and get oil because your truck. We had to drain the oil out of your truck.
One of those things I don't remember.
Oh God, that was a good night.
That was. I remember. I was like, "Oh shit!"
And I was like, hey,
Oh.
I almost got fired for doing that.
Go ahead though. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, that truck, it ran 1290s. After that, finally decided to get the bed fixed, and
But you know what though? If you don't have video of it, it didn't happen.
I got the time slip. I
Guess
gotta
we
find
settle
it.
for
I
that.
have that time slip.
We'll settle for that for now. Anyone on camera? And
Do I need to call the wife? I will get the wife on the phone right now.
Get wifey boo on.
I'm gonna get
No,
the wife.
don't do
No,
that.
I'm gonna get her on the phone.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm thinking my fastest truck. Well, I think the most coolest truck I owned was fast was a Chevy S10. I think it was a 95, 96, 97. I don't remember what years. I owned so many vehicles that I owned like 3 S10s or 2 or 3.
You've had like 4.
Has it been 4?
You've had
Fuck,
4.
I don't know. But that's a really good story, and I cannot wait. I think I'm gonna tell that story because that's a good one. How long does it take you to text your wife? Call your wife? I thought you was calling her.
I am. I gotta make sure she's like not in the shower or anything. She gets pretty irate when I call her in the shower.
Thank God I'm single. I don't have to deal with that.
She don't get irate. She's a good girl.
All right. Do you want me to continue with my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
I'm gonna
so-
wait for her to text me back. And then
So
I'll give her a
I
call.
I didn't go to college yet. No, I was in college. So I was 19, and I was living in Hidden Valley. So outside of Hidden Valley, State Line Road, and I was going in. I had this. What was I driving? Oh,
Who knows what you had more
yeah. At
vehicles
that
than
time, I
can.
remember now. I had this old cop car. It was a Chevy Caprice Classic cop
Mm.
car, white.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've
I
ever
think-
seen that one.
Well, I didn't have it long.
That's one of them.
So
you got a title? Nope.
I actually had a title for that. So yeah, it was bought at an auction. Anyways, I'm driving down the road. I just got off work, and I see this dude with a for sale sign in the window, pulling it up to the end of his driveway. So I turned around. I was like, "What's up?" Like, that's like it was clapped. Like this truck looked like crap from the curb. So I was like, "But." I had some extra money. I was like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I turned around and come back, and I pull in the driveway. I said, hey, man, was you test driving that, or are you selling it? He goes, oh, yeah, we're selling it. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, yeah, I'm interested. I looked around it, and it was nothing fancy. It looked horrible. And I will get to that in detail of why it looked horrible. And this is what makes the story. So I'm driving and I just pulled out, and he goes, man, you want to hear the story on this truck? And I go, I don't care. But this truck sounds sounds
Hold on.
evil.
This was the fastest vehicle you've owned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure we weren't getting back on.
No. We're on. I'm getting better. I've been yelled at. I've been disciplined. He didn't get the belt out yet.
I had to get him with the spray bottle.
Yeah. Quit it. So.
Like a damn cat.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going down State Line Road. I was going up the hill, and he goes, "Yeah." So my son and I'm talking as the dad owned a truck at the time. He goes, "Yeah, my son and I, we built this truck, and we was drag racing at Edgewater, and him and his wife went to Florida, left his son at home alone." So the kid was, I don't know how old the kid was. I'm assuming he was old enough to drive, 16, 17, I don't know. So he's like, "Yeah, man, we went to Florida," but he didn't know that I went to Florida to buy another drag truck. It was just like it. Identical, body year, but it was also built. So mom and dad goes to Florida, buys truck, bring truck back, and then was met with a surprise that the son, while they were gone for the week, son took this truck that I was buying out to a party, and he got into a fight with what I was told, a really big dude, and he whooped his butt. His son whooped this other big dude's butt. Well, then his friends came and just destroyed this truck. They spray painted crap down the side of it. They bust the windows out. They burnt the interior, they lit the interior on fire. Popped all the tires.
Oh.
Yeah, so
you can do a lot of stuff in life to get back at someone, but you
don't take it out on a truck. Yeah, not with a truck.
That's low.
That's pretty. Yeah. So, like you said, what the truck condition of it was when I got it, it was silver under. Like the main color was silver, but they had to use 3-4 cans of spray can. Like they just went to town on this truck, and they busted out. It was a sliding back window. They busted out the 2 right windows, the passenger window. And they just shattered the front windshield. Like it was bad, but it was enough for I felt comfortable. I still drove it, like just for a test drive. And it had a skull shifter. With you hit a button, the eyes would light up red.
Oh,
it was so
funny.
cool.
That
and
is
then
funny.
below that, there's another button. It would lock the front calipers, so you can do burnouts.
Oh, it's got a
line lock.
Your line lock.
Well, it had a line lock in it, and anyways, so he's telling me the story. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I brought this truck back to find out that." The truck I was going to give, because he was going to give that truck to his son for his birthday, which was coming up within that same time. So I was like, whatever, dude. You won't believe how much I gave for this money. Like, this truck, it would be at a stop sign and sit there and just lope to the
Do you have a picture of this truck?
No, I highly doubt it. I wasn't even on Facebook at this time.
No.
But this truck would lope. So I'd buy a truck for $450.
No way.
Yeah, and it had stock wheels and tires on it. And it was just but it was aluminum stock, I guess. I don't know if that was stock or not, but they're aluminum. And there's a dude up the street. If you come straight out of Hidden Valley Gates and you go straight across State Line and you follow that road out in Ohio and you just keep going straight, don't cross the bridge, there used to be a junkyard out there owned by this old man. I think his name was John Tony, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And he had an S10 out there. And I was like, "Hey, man, I don't have a lot of money. But you have a truck that, I need a lot of parts off of. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you $100 some for anything." He's like, "I don't care." He's like, "Yes." It's like $100 or $200. He's like, "For this much, you can take whatever you want off that truck." But I told him I was taking it, so I needed a tailgate because the tailgate was full. I mean, everything was dented. That was another thing too. The guys didn't kick the bed and kick the doors.
Again,
and
why take it out on someone's vehicle?
Yeah. So I would tell you that with that truck, this is what I did. So I went to the junkyard, I took the back glass out, put it in my truck, swapped the tailgates, got a new seat, some other small ins and odd stuff, interior parts that got a little charred in the fire, because it wasn't a big fire, it was just a little... It was enough to... Yeah, it was enough to burn some shit, but not the whole seat wasn't burnt. And the dash was just had a little bit, it wasn't enough to really notice, but you can tell there's a fire in the truck. Yeah. Anyways, so... me and my buddy JJ Mullins, we drove that truck up to.
You gotta watch the last name.
Crap! I ain't talked to him in 10 years. Whenever
He's
I
gonna
met
hear
him.
this and go, God damn
You owe
it!
me money. They're like, no, not yet, not yet. So anyway, so I went to school, and there's a guy. He had a Honda Civic, and he was wanting to race me this particular week. We had the same class together because this particular class was only a week long. Anyways, so he was wanting to race. Every time we take a break, he'd be like, "Come on, man!" Da, da, da. And he'd like rev it out, da, 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 da. And I was like, "No." And JJ always rode with me, so we pulled out, and it was on a Friday. JJ was my he's my best friend, but at the same time, my worst. Like, he would make me do shit I normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, we all got
So,
that bad influence.
I pull out, and it's on like one of the one of the highways, but it also has an underpass where another highway goes over.
Yeah.
So I know McDonald's is on the left side, so I go ahead and get to the left. Here he comes, whoa, and he's wanting to race. And JJ, and you're me, and we're in an S10, so we're like this, maybe. Anyway,
I was gonna say,
so he's just, and all he does is just looks at me and goes, like, fuck, what? And I'm passing, like, he came at me with a roll, so he's already like here, and I'm like, what? And the truck slides a little bit, and as I'm passing him, we just go underneath the underpass. That's when the pipes blew off the fucking exhaust, because it was straight headers, and then like 6 inches of exhaust piping, and then it was the exhaust, and then nothing. It used to have. That's another story, but I couldn't keep an exhaust on this truck. Like, it has so much back pressure, it'd blow the pipes off. Anyways, so as we're going, and as I'm passing him, I'm just now lining up to him, and we're going into the underpass. It's like this, and it just drones. I was like, what? I didn't let off. I was like, whatever. And I remember in my peripheral seeing the pipes blowing off and spinning in the air in my rearview mirror. And, obviously I fucking laughed at that. Passed them. And then we had to, like, turn into McDonald's and then come back and get my pipes. And we're like, they're all hot. Everything threw them in. We're up in Indianapolis, and we live near Cincinnati. So we had to drive that truck all the way back, just headers. With 6 inches. It's like a 6 inch on a 6 inches long. From the headers on, like, I think it had a 4-inch pipe, 4-inch headers. I think it was like 3 or 4. It was big, huge pipes on both heads.
Yeah.
Man, that thing was. I couldn't hear him. It was just like my ears were ringing. Like, it was. Anyways, that was a fun truck. I ended up blowing. The transmission ended up blowing, and I ended up selling it for like $400, $500.
Oh, so you got your money back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got my money back.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
really, it ain't bad.
That was a fun truck. And dude, I ended up, I did buy a couple of cheap cans because I didn't have much money at the time. I ended up buying a couple of cheap cans from Dollar Store, and I made it all flat black. So it didn't look horrible, but another funny quick story about that, about how hard it shook, was my friend JJ, his cousin, needed his dirt bike picked up and for sales. So we go pick his dirt bike up. We're coming back. We're at the 4-way, and Lawrenceburg, getting ready to turn down Route 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, this truck still had it was just headers.
Yeah, that thing was
So,
loud.
it was loud. It was
You
a
drive down.
350.
Yeah, what?
It
What
was
you got going on?
I forgot to mention, it was a 350 cammed out. Like, it was cammed hard. And so I'm sitting there, and I look at us, oh, dude, there's a cop behind me. Well, JJ had a warrant out for his arrest, and his cousin wasn't well behind that. Like, if we get pulled over, someone's getting arrested.
Yeah.
Between the two. And I didn't know this to that point. And I was like, well, I'm pretty loud.
Yeah,
The truck's just loud, just idling. It's just sitting there like, hugga. And I already know someone's going to make fun of me for that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Say it again.
So, dude, I let off the clutch as light as I could just to keep the noise down just to a minimum. It was like, and it started going. It's like, dude, he's going to pull me over. And I grabbed second, chugged it out, and just kind of like keeping it quiet, like da-da-da. He ended up pulling into a Maristop. And I was like, thank God. And after that, you know that wall, the retaining wall for the train? Yeah. Wow.
You see, if it was me and that
times.
cop was behind me, I'd been
Flames shooting out the pipes. Dude, that truck was so much fun.
It's a good thing I don't have anything like that right now, because I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that Mustang, And it's not the fastest thing I've ever. It's quick. It's okay. It's a V8 5-speed.
That poor car.
Dude, I beat the heckin' pads off that thing. And not on I want the car to last. But that thing takes the abuse. When someone, when I'm having a bad day, that car takes the abuse.
You want to know something that I noticed, when I was working at Ford?
What's up?
I quit working at, car dealers in 2015. I went to a medium heavy-duty truck dealer after that.
That's right.
To where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
But from 2010 to 2015, there was one car I never saw in the dealership for just stupid warranty repairs. That was the Mustang.
Really?
It's, either A, the owners are breaking the crap out of them and they just fix them themselves. I mean, I get it.
That would make sense.
Would.
Yeah, that'd make
upgrade
sense.
parts.
Most muscle guys can fix their own shit.
Ford actually cares about the Mustang and actually makes it nice and reliable.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of find that hard to believe. But
I will say mine is easy to work on. Everything's right there. At least to this point. And I pulled the tranny and I got up in there. It's been pretty easy so far. But ever since that chick wrecked it, it's still to this day. It's going on 3 months. It's going on 3 months, and it's still not really actually.
I'll post a picture up right there of what it looked like after it was crashed.
Oh, and this chick tried to tell me at first
she hit a puddle.
Quick story on this car. She goes, "Hey, I think you got a flat tire," and I was like, "All right, well, you think or you know?" It's flat. It's on the rim. I was like, I don't care. Just limit to my shop. I'll meet you there, and I'll swap the spare out, which I had a full size. Spare tire. So I was like, I don't care about that rim. Whatever. I'll get another one. Well, I get halfway from my house to the shop, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And she calls me again. She goes, "Hey, I think someone vandalized your car." Well, I don't have an enemy in this world. And she goes, "I have 3 flat tires." And I was just like, well, that doesn't just happen. Someone
Yeah.
Someone, yeah. And then someone's like, all right, someone you know. I didn't say it, but I was like, someone you know. It's like, whatever. So I pull up, and the front bumper's hanging down. The back bumper's
gone.
It's there, but it's hanging on by the driver's side, just peeled off. The side skirt's completely missing. Somehow, that's the first thing I noticed. And I was like, I don't want to be, this is what I said. I said, I don't want to be a dick, but I think I'm pretty sure you wrecked my car. And no, I didn't. No, I didn't wreck your car. I was like, well, I know one thing. The side skirt was definitely on there when the car left my driveway. And I told her, I was like, I'm ignoring the bumpers. I know that side skirt was there when you left.
And the bumpers might have been zip tied home, but
yeah, I was just like, a benefit of the doubt. Maybe the bumpers just came unbopped. Just popped out or something. I'm not quick to point fingers, but I said, I know you, something happened. And the rims weren't just popped. They were circular, supposed to be. They were like this. Mm-hmm. The rim was buckled in. It's a
if
V.
he has pictures, I'll post them up.
Oh, dude, it was clapped. It was clapped. The tires were like this.
Like that S10.
It was bad. It was bad. It wasn't that bad, but it was bad. And after 30 minutes, I'm driving this chick home, and she goes, "I gotta tell you something." I was like, "What? You wrecked my car?" She goes, "Stop it. Seriously, I'm trying to tell you something." I was like, "Whatever. What? It's 2 o'clock in the morning now." She goes, "I pulled out of the bar and it got sideways. And I hit this and I hit that. Da da da." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Going crowd hunting.
I was like, "Yeah." I was just like, "What else did you like?" I already had. I was like, "I already know." She's like, "How do you know?" It's like, usually when something like this happens, someone lost control and they hit a curb. That's what it looked like to me. I'm a car guy. I seen wrecked cars.
Yeah, you can look at YouTube and see
you get a pretty good image of what might have happened, and what I had envisioned is exactly what happened. And the only thing I left out was that she had a girlfriend in the car. Whatever. Anyways, I ended up getting my money back in certain ways, and so it worked out for me. But it still broke. The car's still broke, and I ain't talked to her in 2 months. Yeah, that relationship lasted a month.
Good Lord.
Yeah, but
okay, what was the other topic we were talking about? Worst wreck.
Oh,
we kind of covered.
I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, we kind of covered yours already.
How much time are we in here now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I can sum this up in about 30 minutes. Okay. You first. Let's hear yours.
Go for it. Mine's boring.
Me? We want to tell the
High
Boy story?
Yeah, let's do the High. Well,
I think
is that the worst?
I think
that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I'm surprised you survived.
I don't know how. So, I bought a 1970 Ford F-250 single cab flatbed 4-wheel drive V8.
Was it a Ford Ranger?
No, it was a 250, and it had the 460 V8. I believe it was a 460. I keep forgetting to look it up. It was 460 was like the engine that didn't have very long. Anyways, so it was a big engine and 4-wheel drive manual transmission, and I had it. I give $1,000 for it. I put some rims on it.
Was this the one you were using for your business?
Yeah, I just started my third company at that time.
Yeah, concrete.
Yeah, the concrete company, and that was going to be my bidding truck. I was going to go out and bid jobs in this cool old truck. And it cleaned up nice. It had the stake bed sides,
Yeah,
but it's at an angle. Like it only had like 3, but it was like only half the bed. It looked good, so cleaned it up. I did a lot of stuff like change all the oils and stuff. Like I want this thing to last.
More than one oil.
Like transmission, engine oil, power steering, stuff like that. Wait, power steering? No power steering. Brake fluid. I just did normal axle fluids.
Brakes. Wasn't the
No, yeah, it did not have power brakes. So
we're getting to it.
Yeah, we're getting into the wreck. It is a good one. So
Jake's just a dick.
So I just got done washing it. My wife at the time was outside washing her SUV, and my daughter was out there. And I said, "Hey, I'm gonna run to the store. I just want to get something stupid. Like, I need something stupid." And she's just like, "Really, you're gonna go all the way to the store for that?" And she said something like every time I'd leave my home for something stupid, something would happen. And she reminded me of this. I think if my memory's correct. And she's like,
"Let's get her on the phone." No.
I'd almost.
No. We're not.
No, I'd almost. She's cool though.
I'm gonna figure out the live collar stuff on this, and we're gonna start taking live collar scenes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. New laptop, a lot more features.
Yes, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So I pull out of my driveway, and I'm going down Georgetown Road, and there's a really long, not a long, but it's a wide left turn. I'm dogging along, and I'm left turning it, and I straighten it up, and here comes a car, and my truck starts veering off the road, so oh shit, next thing I know, so now I'm going into the road, I'm going into the woods, I'm like right off the road into the woods, and I remember I pumped the brakes, because you couldn't just hit the brakes, because it wasn't enough, you had to pump it before it actually do anything, so I'm like, chuh, and I heard a slight, as one tire, as I was already 3 tires off, that one tire just barely had enough, it was like, and that was it, and then I had them locked up, and I remember the truck started going sideways, and I was like, dude, this thing's gonna roll at the speed I'm at. So I remember I leaned over.
Old truck, soft metal.
Yeah. So I remember, I just remember I was like, this is gonna hurt. And I kind of remember I looked up to the window, because I forgot about this part. So as I'm going off the road, this woman who's coming at me is honking her horn. I'm still trying to, I'm just realizing, hey, something's wrong, I'm going off the road. I can't steer. I'm pumping the brakes. I hear the horn. I look at her and she's like big-eyed and like horn, both hands on the horn. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm not even coming. I'm sorry. What the heck? Why are you? Clearly, I'm not even coming close to you. Why are you honking the horn at me?
Exactly.
And then I look back to my window and I see bushes flying over the window, over the hood. And that's when I started going sideways, like, oh no. So I leaned this way, and the only thing I remember was my butt leaving the seat, and then that was it. And then I remember coming back to it, and I was standing kind of like on the floorboard, but on the dash. The steering was bent this way, like completely over. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no, like, well, at least I'm alive, And there's no seatbelts in the truck.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to kick the windows out of the. I always wanted to kick a freaking windshield out and crawl, come out of it. So I was just getting ready to kick it, but the way the truck sat down in this, it is a washout valley, and I was like, well, if I kick the window out and I try to crawl out the truck and fall down on me, so I was like, So I decided, because the truck's sitting at a little bit of an angle, so I ended up going through the passenger window that was open, passenger door window. So I crawl that, go down the fender, jumped off to the other side where the valley was at, so it wasn't big of a jump. So I get to the, and I got a picture of this. So I get up to the road.
We'll post it right here.
Yes. And it's a good picture because it just happened. Like I just got out of the truck, and I got away from the truck. Went back up to the road, and I was like, I felt something, but I messed up. Instead of going down like this, I went like this, then up. So I was like, oh crap! Like, and I had a big bump, and I couldn't see. Right. So my eye was swollen up, like bruised up, you know. And so I went up with the, and then I was like, oh crap! Like I thought my face was hanging down. Dude. So I pull out my phone, I take a picture real quick, I'm just like, and I look at it, I was like, oh, that's not that bad. But there's like a chunk of skin like laying over the side, and I got the picture of this. And I was like, whatever.
We're not going to be posting bloody or gory content.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Okay,
I'll send a picture to you, you decide.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and go up, the rest of the way up to the road, which is another like 10 feet, not that bad. So I get up there, and the lady who was honking at me already turned around and came back. And she's out of the car. She's running towards me, screaming, like just not even like she's like as if she was in the wreck. She's losing her mind. I was like, calm down, I'm all right, I'm all right. And she's like, oh my god, I'm just screaming. And I was like, dude, calm down. I kept telling her, calm down, it's fine. She's like, I'm calling the police. Like, no, do not call the police. I'm fine. It's fine. Like it's everything's okay.
Yeah,
I'm calling, and I was like, and she kept screaming, like, and I was just like, will you shut the up and just go, just leave?
Yeah, really.
Like, just get out of here.
Some people aren't good in a panic. You know?
So, and I must have said it with my dominant voice because she turned around and she got back to the car and she left. I don't remember which way she went. I know she was facing this way, but I don't remember the car going that way. So she walks away. I pull up my phone because I was getting ready to call a tow truck. I think that's like I said, this is 45 years ago. And my neighbor just so happened to be coming up the hill in his Dodge Cummins. And he couldn't
convenience.
Yeah, and he couldn't see because he came from this way. I wrecked going into the woods going this way. See, he couldn't see the freaking trail I left through the woods. And he goes, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He couldn't see my face either because he couldn't see the blood. So he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh dude, I just had a truck. I just wrecked my truck." And about this time now he's here, like he's a little bit, And he's like, "Oh, dude, what the heck?" And he kind of like leans over. Then now he can kind of see the path. And the truck's sitting like a freaking arrow in the ground. And he's like, "Man, are you alright?" I said, "Yeah, I think I just got a gash that I know of." I said, "Man, you think you can pull me out real quick, flip it back down on its wheel and pull it back out?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I don't care." So, dude, he had this freaking rope. Like, big old monster, dude. It had to have been like 2 inches. Big old rope.
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
so he locks it in, he pulls it down. We're hooking it up. I hear sirens. So like, all right, man, I said, whatever happens, you keep pulling this truck out. I said, I don't care what they say, you keep going. So cop pulls up, and I was like, hey, man, I'm the driver, everything's okay. I already called a tow truck, which I didn't, because every time I tried to call a tow truck, someone else would drive by, hey, are you okay, okay?
I know that.
So I kept forgetting to call the freaking tow truck. So finally the cop, which I learned, don't ever if you're capable of calling the tow truck, you call the tow truck. So I was trying to call Blacksmith. John Black. And it kept going to voicemail. So I was trying to call other people, like I said, people kept stopping. Cops asking me a lot of questions. Finally, he's like, "Did you get a hold of anyone?" I was like, "No, I didn't." And he's like, "I'll call someone for you." I was like, "All right, man, I appreciate it." I didn't know until later I get to that. So I'm talking to the cop. Everything's great. Ambulance shows up, and as soon as I saw the ambulance, that's the thing. I called. As soon as the cop showed up, I told him, he didn't get out of the car yet. I was like, "Do not send an ambulance here. I'm fine." He says, "Okay, all right, that's fine." 5 minutes later, 5, 6, 7 minutes later, here comes Brighton Fire Department, and I was just like, "Duh!" Like, and so I got to tell them stuff, and so cop.
Did you get a bill for that?
Yes, and I will get to that point. So, finally, so my buddy, he flipped the truck over with his comments, got it back up to the road. Tow truck shows up, John Black.
Funny how that works.
And I was just like, "John, like I called you, man. Like, what's up?" He goes, "Oh, I didn't see it." I was like, "I called you twice. I didn't see it." It's like, "Oh, whatever." Anyway, so he gets it back on his truck, and I settled up with my neighbor. I said, man, I'll talk to you later. I gotta get home and clean this face up. Because the ambulance drivers, they were wanting me to like sit down. They're waiting for me to pass out. And I kept refusing. I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I'm like jumping over. I'm like changing the hook up to the truck like while my buddy's flipping it over and pulling it back up onto the road. So I'm like running. I'm doing all the and I was waiting. I was like, because I thought I was gonna pass out. Well, because they told me I might pass out. So I was like, I hope I don't pass out. Like this is gonna be real embarrassing. I go to jump over the chain. I face plant it. So I tell my buddy to go ahead and go. Oh no, I forgot about this part. So I call my neighbor, Anthony, and I say,
the one that moved to Florida?
Yeah, he's the one who moved to Florida. And I said, and he was in the Navy, and I think he had first aid training. So I call him, and I'm like, hey dude, I need to get up here. Like wreck my truck. Bring the first aid kit. So I'm thinking he's gonna bring his bug out first aid kit. Because I told the EMS people, I was like, no, I don't want you to touch me. I have my own doctor, my own guy, my own EMT coming. And they looked at me like I was crazy. So I call him. He's on his way. Dude, my buddy shows up with a Spider-Man first aid kit. A kid first aid kit. And I told him, I was like, dude, like, I got some flesh hanging off. And I was like, what's your biggest Band-Aid? It was like the size of my pinky. And I was like,
I wish I was.
Oh, dude, it was great. And then he was like, man, like, and he was like stayed next to his truck because he realized how serious it was. And then he's like, dude, I'm sitting here with a freaking Spider-Man first aid kit, and you said all this stuff about me. I can't go over there. And I tell him to go home, and we finally get my truck, back up on there, and everything's like, loaded on the tow truck. And I tell my neighbor to go, tell my other neighbor to go, and I asked John. I assumed it'd be okay. I said, hey John, you take me right home, right? He goes, yeah, but this is a brand new truck. You better not get blood on it. So I'm like, yeah, like whatever. And I'm only like a mile and a half from my house, so I'm sitting there with my shirt like this on my cheek, so I don't get blood on his shit. Because I know the guy, but I don't know him that good to get blood on his truck. So finally, I pull. We unload the truck. I paid dude. I'm still bleeding, and my wife at the time, her sister was a nurse at the emergency clinic, some hospitals in town. So she happened to get there. I don't know how she got there that quick, but she was there. And I was like, yeah, just sew it up or whatever. And she goes, well, because of the way the cut was, you couldn't, you had to snip most of it off. And then at that point, you can just put a Band-Aid on it, clear it. So she cleaned it for me, but she did not want to cut the skin off.
Yeah.
Because she was like, that's where I draw the line, because I'm a licensed nurse and da-da-da. And I was like, I don't care, I'll do it.
You didn't mention her name, right?
No.
Okay.
So I said, I don't care, I'll do it. So I took a pair of pliers, I pulled it, and then I snipped it off. I cleaned off as much as I could, flipped it back in, I put the Band-Aid on it, and then I went back out to my truck, and then started trying to decide how am I going to fix this thing and put it back together. So then I bought 3 other trucks just like it.
We covered this last podcast.
Just to fix the one I rolled. Yep. 2 or 3 other trucks, I don't remember.
Yeah, you sold them all for like $400.
Yeah, $450 or something. Yeah, that was my worst wreck.
I tell you, I've been in a couple of wrecks.
Yeah,
nothing,
tell yours yet.
Nothing major.
Let's hear this.
So, my worst ain't nearly as bad as yours. It was really minor. I had a 2005 Scion TC, not the hovercraft. I named this one Patches.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember that car.
Yeah, it was the one I showed up and fixed your Dodge with.
Dodge? Which one?
Your Dakota. Remember when you couldn't get your front axle back in? Or your rear axle clips back in? I showed up at your house like 2 in the morning to fix it. You were probably drunk.
Anywho. Yeah. I don't remember that one. I'm definitely not drunk, but yeah. I don't remember that one.
Anywho, I had this 2005 Scion I bought to keep miles off Susan. And
oh, yeah, now I know. Yeah, it was the freaking nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like...
So, I ran out to a Polaris dealership out in Sunman. I am on my way home, and where I was living at that time, I'm not going to mention whose house it was or anything like that. I was on Gainer Ridge Road. Anyone who knows the road, there's a bunch of hills in the area.
A good road for you to happen.
There's a guy with a truck and a trailer. His trailer had a flat tire. I stopped, said, hey man, you need any help? He's good. So I took off. And I went maybe half a mile. I was up to about 65, 70 miles an hour. and
In a
come
70
over
mile an
this
hour zone.
in a 35. I come over this blind hill, and here's a guy with a Ford Escape in the middle of the road. I'm doing 70 miles an hour. I am not wearing my seatbelt, and I'm headed straight for him. So I thought to myself real quick, I was like, ditch or head on, ditch or head on.
Ditch it.
Cut the wheel like this, grip that steering wheel, and dude, I hit a culvert, both his little rock walls, went into a hill, almost flipped the car, and still ended up in the middle of a freaking cornfield.
Wait, that's when you took the fence out, right?
No.
Right, that was someone else. Okay, never mind. Yeah, my bad.
Anyway,
Next story. Next time.
I end up in the field. So, yeah. The guy whose house who I just hit his culvert and everything with, he comes running out of the Escape, and I get out of the car, I'm all amped up, and I'm like, damn, that was a hell of a ride.
Did you really?
I did.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh, man.
Get out of the car, and dude, I'm shaking. I'm got so much adrenaline going, I'm shaking.
Yeah.
And dude, I go make sure everything's good with him, make sure he didn't have a heart attack from what he just seen because he's
Oh,
old.
I bet.
And I walk back over to the car, and it's just picture here,
Pile of pieces.
another picture
At
here.
least the pictures I've seen.
Like the fender, I hit this dude's trash can. The numbers on the trash can, I hit the trash can so hard it rubbed the numbers onto my fender.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, first person to drive by, buddy Ian, you know, he's like, holy shit, dude. And making sure I'm okay. And at this point, I'm calling my wife, tell her what happened. And she's like, whatever, hangs up on me. I call her back, I was like, no, really, I was in a crash right over here, right up the road.
Yeah.
She don't believe me. She's like, okay, I'll come get you. Thinking I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, here comes a county officer, comes pulling up. He's like, you good? I was like, yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
you need a report? And I was like, yeah. He's like, he's took both our insurance and everything.
Yeah.
Rode out police report. He said, you good? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I called the tow truck. John Black will be here in a little bit.
John Black.
Yeah. We need to get him.
He owes us money. We've mentioned his name a couple times.
We need to get him. We need
Yeah,
to
we're gonna tag
sponsor
him.
us.
Yeah, we're gonna tag him in on this.
No, anywho, wife shows up. She
Are you serious?
she gets out of the car. She's like, wow, you really did wreck.
Nah, just a little fender bender, like the fucking half the
Yeah.
cars in half.
At this point, my mom knows about it, so my wife, they take me urgent care, just get X-rays on my hand because, dude, my thumbs were, they hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the
because
way I
you're
drive,
like this.
well, the
and
way
you
I
went
drove is, Scion TC, the airbag is like a T, and I always drove like this for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Or like this, like hands around like this.
Yeah.
And dude, when airbag went off, my thumbs got bent backwards. But no. But the funny part was, as soon as John Black come rolling up, a little backstory here. I had two friends with 6 liters as well. My buddy Chris, my buddy Brandon. Brandon totaled his first on North Dearborn Road. He wrapped his Super Duty around a tree, totaled it. Like Chris could stand in between the bed and the cab. The frame was that bent.
Jeez.
He survived. He's fine. And then Chris's truck, it got totaled by his wife Ashley. She got on it, lost control, put it into a creek.
Oh,
You remember that.
I remember that.
So John Black towed both of those. So as soon as he saw me stand outside her, he just went, "Ha! I got all 3 of you now."
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, John Black's a good dude.
Oh dude, he's great.
He's
I met him through his neighbor, which was my buddy. Yeah, he's a good dude.
that poor car though. I mean, it couldn't come out any better. I paid $1,200 for that car, and insurance wrote me a check for $4,000. I couldn't get over it. It was hell yeah.
Later, later, nerds.
But let's see if we got any questions today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about questions.
Yeah.
I know if we had a few comments on our Facebook when you mentioned we're gonna make one today.
Actually, you know what? There's a story on there.
Oh, was there really?
There was a story on there.
Huh.
Oh wow. They put a CV on the razor. Let's see here. Scott commented on there. I said, we put a question out on our Facebook and said, what's the worst car crash you've been in, and what's the fastest car you've owned?
Mm-hmm.
Scott put on there, fastest car he owned was his 6.0 Power Stroke. He had a 6-speed. That was a pretty nice truck.
Oh.
And he said he went 105 miles an hour, or never went over 105 miles an hour. Greg commented on there. His race truck don't count. But he rolled a 10-ton water truck. I heard that was at Gravel-Rama that he did that.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, apparently that's been years ago.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask you, how long was that?
DJ commented on there. DJ has helped us a lot with the tech side of this stuff.
Yeah. Thanks,
we'll have him on soon.
Oh, yeah.
We got to have him on soon.
Yeah. I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he's good dude. I used to run with him on a fire department I used to be on. We're not going to mention their name.
No.
God, no. Probably get
No.
sued. Nope. Not happening.
This is why
His worst crash is actually, we were talking about this the other day. He wrecked on, I forget the name of the road. What's the one that takes you from Harrison to Bright?
Oh,
Jameson. He wrecked on Jameson. He was doing over 50 mile an hour, went over an embankment, went over the guardrail, and landed into a creek in his Eclipse. That thing's pretty bad.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty
I
bad
didn't hear
wreck.
about that.
I'll see if he's got a picture floating around. If he's got a picture floating around, we'll post it up.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. What year was Eclipse? Like a newer one or an older one?
I don't remember. It was a rounded body, I think. It was an older rounded body.
Oh, nice. It was the nice, like, Fast and Furious Eclipse.
Yeah, it was like the Fast and Furious.
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Walker green car.
Those are the ones I
They're
like.
different.
I don't like
They're
the new Eclipses.
So, you got anything else you want to talk about? You
No,
gotta talk about?
I feel like I was wanting to mention another wreck, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, yes. About how you got out and said that was a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
So, my Dodge Dakota, it was a 2002,
The
2003.
V8?
Yeah. It was extended cab, V8, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive. And I love this truck. My buddy owned it in high school. His dad bought it for him. We partied in this truck like you can. That truck,
it's so damn long.
Dude, I can make an entire. I can talk about just that one truck
Yeah,
for
you
at least
had
an
that
hour
one
and a
the
half.
longest.
For at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's so many stories.
I mean, we are 46 minutes in.
Oh, my goal is an hour. So, anyways, I always said once I got the truck, I was like, if anyone ever hits this, first thing I'm gonna do is jump out and like rub the dent or something like that. Like, oh, you poor baby. Anyways, I forgot all about that. And I was pulling to a gas station. This dude in an Expedition, which I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose. Like, I'm pretty sure. Because he was to the floor, wham, and just nailed me. As soon as he hit me, because I saw it coming, I hit the clutch, ribbed it. As soon as he hit me, I dumped the clutch, spun it all the way back around. Completely all the way back, because I was facing like this, completely all the way around, then drifted it back out, right up behind him. Like, the entire time, I was like, wham, and then got behind him. I got out. And there's like a big dent and like it didn't hit the cab. Luckily, it was just the bed. And I went out like rubbed it in like, oh, you poor baby, you're gonna be okay.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
And dude come out.
Speaking of truck beds, I got
he said
a story
sorry.
about it.
Oh yeah, you do. On the 6.0, he's just talking about. So, anyways, dude comes out and he's like, oh my bad, man, I didn't see you. Did it? I was like, whatever. I don't know how he didn't see me. Whatever. But anyways, yeah, they end up fixing it. And I'm selling the truck to my other friend because I told him. That's the only thing that makes me mad about this entire truck is I told him, I said, when I sold it to my buddy, I said, man, you have to keep it in the friend circle because this truck has too many memories to sell outside the friend circle. I said, I just personally don't want no more. I was going through my first divorce. And I was like, I'll buy it back. Just just hold on to it for a minute. And anyways, he got a hold of me like 2 months later, and he was like, oh, I'm ready to sell. I was like, well, just wait a minute. Like, my divorce is almost final. I said, just wait. I'll buy it. Just give me a second. He ended up trading it for a freaking quad. It is some dude in Kentucky, and I never saw the truck again. And it's just like, dude, that truck has, like I said, I can talk about just this truck.
Yeah.
For hours.
See, I could do the same thing with Susan.
Yeah. And it was like between my buddy owning it and the relationship I had with him and that truck, and then when I owned it, all the stories just between me and the original owner, the shit we did, and then my other buddy Anthony, and it's like, dude.
Hey, if cars could talk, you'd have to shoot them.
Oh, dude. Oh, yes, because that truck has seen some stuff.
Oh god.
So, are you want to wrap it up, or
you know what? We brought it up. We gotta tell it.
What's that?
The bedside story on Susan.
Hurry up, because I gotta pee.
Yeah, so do I. Anyway, so I had that 06 F-250. I had that truck, I think, 3 weeks, and I was going through a Maristop. Me and my buddy Eric, we were heading down to Kentucky Speedway for the NASCAR race. Driving through a Maristop parking lot, my truck just stops. Some lady backed into me with a brand new Lincoln Navigator, just crushed in the bedside. Picture
Oh,
here.
so you're going, and then
Yeah,
she
I was
just, like,
driving. She backed straight into
and
it.
she's like, "Shoot,
Yeah,
your car is
no
oh,
shit.
Damn.
Anyway, that was fixed. They put a new bed on. No big deal. Then we had a party down at
This is
an
one I know
undisclosed
about.
location.
Yeah, this is what I know about. The second one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I wave. Okay.
In the live chatter.
Do it.
We live
No,
chatter.
we're not going to tonight. She can't confirm. Anywho, so we were having a party. Had a bunch of friends down there, and there's a quad down there belonging to one of my buddies, Chris. Anywho,
Wait, the Chris I know.
the one you
High five.
almost bought a vehicle from.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
okay, go ahead.
Dang. So anywho, they're out riding a quad. Some friends are riding their quad around. Him and his girlfriend. They're out riding a quad around. I'm not going to mention their names. I'm not going to throw them under the bus.
Okay.
We're just telling the story.
Okay, fair enough.
So my truck is parked here. Here's fire. My truck's parked here. Well, next thing you know, they're out riding a quad in the dark. It's got no freaking headlight.
Hey.
Next thing you know, all you hear is whom whum pow.
Oh,
So here's truck. They went like this. It was like, I shit you not, I watched this happen. It was like watching Wild E. Coyote like face plant hard or
What?
splatter into a boulder.
what?
Dude, it was bad.
Oh.
So his girlfriend's in the front. Dude, she macked her head right off the bedside. And we're, get them off, make sure they're okay. She's complaining of a headache. Well, like, no shit.
Yeah, you smacked it 1 ton. Well,
Three-quarter ton.
Yeah.
My buddy was back there. He's fine. He was on the back. They're good.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, I'm mad. It's like, you just tore up one friend's quad. You just tore up my truck. You killed the vibe at the party.
Definitely.
I filled a giant thing full of beer. Like, we bought 6 cases of beer for this.
What?
We were camping down there that night.
Nice.
Anyway, they macked the side of the truck, and next thing you know, we're making sure they're okay. They're just sitting down for a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and Eric, we started pulling the quad out from underneath the truck.
What?
Dude, it was
It was bad.
I got a picture of the truck.
I
I don't have a picture of the quad hitting it.
Oh.
I have a picture of the truck after it got wrecked.
Alright.
But I had to drive that truck like that for a year and a half.
What's that
Wrecked.
long?
It was that long. Finally, that's when I had the truck painted blue. But it was finally fixed. But dude, that was probably.
But didn't you just get it fixed and wasn't there a third?
No, that truck had 2 beds.
Oh, I thought it was a third
It had,
accident.
I got
It was
wrecked.
like right after you fixed it, it was like another accident.
A deer hit me. Well, it didn't do no damage.
Whatever.
Had a brush card on it. Hit that deer doing like 45. Didn't do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. You got anything else?
No. I just hope that people share this because
Yeah. Can you
what
please
motivates-
give us a share?
yeah, like just a comment because we want to continue to do it because this is fun
And
and
we need feedback.
and we're gonna be bringing in more guests. That we need to get some female people in here, some females in here because that would make their straight up. And I know someone who's wrecked a lot of cars. And I will, you know what? I'll ask the chick who wrecked my Mustang that she'll come in here and talk about the Mustang action.
I guarantee that don't happen.
Yeah.
If that happens, I
It
will
won't
be
because
amazed.
it'd turn into a
I'm
fight.
trying to
The cops
think
would
who
show
who's
up.
crashed all them cars. Do
who-
I know him?
Oh no, you don't know him. No, this is a new chick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still single, so new chick.
Yeah, I'm
She's
married.
she just currently wrecked her dad's van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after then she wrecked her. Before that is her company car. Before that she got dude, it's bad. Yeah.
So give her a bicycle with training wheels in it.
Yeah,
helmets.
something like that, and a hell of an
Okay.
element. Yeah.
With a
I think
little
this-
bell. Ting, ting.
Yeah, cling cling. Beep beep. All right, guys, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap this
But
up.
anyways, yeah, definitely get some feedback on us because this is what motivates us
Yeah,
to keep going.
if you give us some positive feedback, I don't care. A like goes a long way with this stuff for
Yeah,
us.
definitely, and a
Give
share
us-
too. It's
smash
like you
that
talk
like
to your
button,
buddy.
share it. You
Yeah.
know, let us. Tell us what you want to hear from us. You want to hear
Because we have
stories,
every category
wanna
you can
hear
think of.
stuff that we've done, we've worked on, tips, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
What do you
I'm
want?
down
We
for
will
that.
give you what you
Yeah.
want. Just tell us.
Because between my experience alone, I can give you an example of anything or a story that I personally.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, dude.
Between
I
the
got
two of us, we
stories,
got 20
stories,
years
and stories.
experience in the automotive stuff that we can
It's
pass
deep.
along.
It's a deep years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Man.
Yeah. If depending how you're listening, watching us, if you're on
Yeah.
YouTube, check us out on Podbean.
Yep.
If you're on Podbean,
Yeah.
check us out on YouTube.
When you
We're
turn in that
posting this
wrench,
stuff to
think of
Facebook.
us.
Yeah, we're gonna be posting this stuff on Facebook.
Yep.
Check us out on Instagram as the wrench turns.
That's right.
Yeah. So we'll see you.
Oh
next
wait,
week.
actually, I was want to add
What?
that just for my own memory's sakes,
What?
that I no longer own my shop.
You do not.
No, well, I still have the building,
So we
but I
can't
leased it
contact
out.
you for.
No, you can
Express
it's
repairs?
just on here. Just I don't no longer own that company.
Okay.
Yeah, I no longer own it. So I'm
Good to
I'm
know.
waiting.
Hopefully, we're trying. We're working on
Yeah.
getting a sponsor for next week.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I got one online, but
Oh, do you?
I think I do.
Ooh.
I think I do.
Fill me in.
We might have him pop in here,
Oh, that's
talk
right.
about it.
I think you did mention him.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. No
See
more
ya.
interruptions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See
Y'all have a good day. Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Yep. See you next week.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah. Definitely.